So it is week 10 of us trying to make history, trying to turn one of these $100 into $1 million. Obviously, we tried to do it in 60 days and that didn't happen because obviously it's week 10 and we haven't completed the challenge, but it's okay because everything is being documented here on my YouTube, Instagram, Telegram, Discord, everywhere, so you guys not only follow along the journey, but you guys learn from my trades as well. We've made hundreds of mistakes, we've got a bunch of lessons, and then on top of that, we've obviously had big profits with following the set and forget strategy. We started 9 weeks ago where I blew the first attempt and now we are in the second attempt. And this week we're gonna try and flip the account and make back any losses that we've had in the last weeks. So let's let the series begin. We won't be needing this week. Not breaking encasing glass because we're turning these 300K to I think about 500-600K by the end of this week. Let me show you the account balance starting for the week. We are currently at 309. You wanna know what would have been lit? It would have been at 305. Get it? Miami, 305? No? Whatever. The point is that it's so much easier for me to turn these 300K to 600K than it was for me to turn $100 to $1,000. I want you guys to understand, we are in the percentage game business. We're not in the money game business. Meaning, I'm not focused on the amount of money that is being turned into. I'm focusing on the amount of percentage that I'm getting the return on the money. If you think about it, if I turn 100 to 1,000, that's 900%. If I turn 300K into 600K, that is just 100%. It's times 1 versus times 9. Me turning $100 into 1,000 is far more impressive than turning 300K to 600K. I want you guys to keep that in mind. And later in this video, I'm gonna give you guys the psychological barrier that a lot of you guys are struggling through to actually understand this. I'm gonna go very deep into the mindset that I have to fully understand this. But with that being said, let's get into the technicals. So, before anything, we got Bitcoin. You guys know I've been looking at Bitcoin for quite some time and my predictions on Bitcoin are bullish. And I believe we're pretty much ready to go. I believe we are retesting this zone right now. We're retesting this inverted left head, right shoulder. I do believe this is the zone where we can potentially have a solid bull run coming very soon. We have elections coming next year. We have the end of the year wrapping up. But technical wise, it is looking decent, right? I am not a Bitcoin expert, but what I do notice is technicals. I am going to be looking for potential entries around this level. I called this push. I called this push. Now I'm potentially calling this push. If we don't hold up around this area, I think we could dip down back around 24,000 to then have a push to the upside. If not, all the way back down to about 18,000 before having to push to the upside. But this is not my strong. I'm just looking at this because I do want to buy Bitcoin long term. But let's start with the actual FX markets for this week. So first and foremost, AUD-CAD. AUD-CAD, we have the sells that we have been catching last week and the sells that we missed last week, but we called perfectly. We called this beautiful break and retest, beautiful break and retest. All this was in last week's 100 to the mill challenge, which I missed, but I called it perfectly in the series. Now, this Sunday swings, I literally called these sells earlier this morning. As of right now, we are currently 11:13 at night, Sunday night. So this obviously happened a little bit earlier, but I don't think this trade is gone just yet. If you notice, we're retesting the zone once again, retesting the zone once again, and now once again. So obviously we are rejecting this very strong level of support and resistance. We are having the rejection from it. I'm going to be waiting in order to take this trade for a pullback in order to buy it. So I'm gonna need a pullback now during London session in order to take the sell, or a pullback into here in order to actually enter the sell on this trade, because this is looking very good to have a huge downside potential for the rest of this week to fill that weekly wick. Next, we got USD CAD, which is a very simple day trade that we can catch to same fill the wick. So as you can tell, we have strong level of support, resistance. So now we're just simply using it as resistance, also around psychological level 13500 or 35,000. I'm going to be waiting for price to dip into this area once again, and then as soon as we do that, then wait for a shift to structure on the lower time frame, which will pretty much be this right here. We're going to wait for the push, break, retest, and then sell, and then if not, we're just going to wait for the break, the retest, so then we sell. I need to confirm that we are rejecting these time frames and having a shift to structure at this area in order to catch the trade to the downside. This trade, as of right now, we are very bearish on the daily, very bearish on the 4 hour, and then the weekly is overdue a pullback. The weekly looks like it's potentially creating a left head and then a potential right shoulder to keep going to the upside. So this is a counter trend trade against the higher time frames. Keep that in mind. But what matters is that there's plenty of room to fill that right shoulder. We can make money on that pullback and then make money on the buy to the upside. So we're going to keep this in mind for USD CAD this week. Next, we have NZD JPY. As you guys can tell, we caught this trade last week. Beautiful left head, right shoulder. We broke out of the head and shoulders, take profit perfectly. This was literally everywhere. This was all over my Telegram, all over my YouTube, all over Discord. Everybody caught this trade alongside with me. And I think this week we're going to catch it once again. Weekly time frame is clearly bullish. Daily time frame is bullish, 4-hour time frame is bullish. So you guys can see here the daily time frame. I am expecting for price to have a retest of this zone right here. It's a very strong level of support, very strong level of resistance, support, resistance. Now we just need a little quick retest in order to take the trade to the upside. If you guys can see here, I have my alarm set up at the top of this structure point, which almost is around psychological level of 87,900. So I'm going to be waiting for this price to pretty much give me a pullback into this area to then take the trade to the upside. I'm not interested in this counter trend trade because the majority of the markets are bullish. So I'm only interested in buying the trade. I don't want to sell. So I'm going to wait for it to come here so then I can get my solid buy to the upside. So this is NZD JPY. Next, we have AUD JPY, which is basically the same thing. We've had a very clear breakout. If you guys go to last week, you guys can see last week I drew out these two zones. I said we're either going to break out to the upside and buy, or we're going to break out to the downside and then sell. But we're going to break out to the upside because the majority of the time frames are bullish. This is the key to success in trading. The trend is your friend. So pretty much what I'm waiting for this week is I'm waiting for price to come back down, create us a higher low, retest the EMA, retest round psychological level 9,500, and then I'm going to take the buy pretty much how we did here. We literally broke, retested, push. So now we literally did the same exact thing. We had the break. Now I'm waiting for the retest, waiting for my shift to structure, and then I take the trade to the upside. So right now we're simply waiting for this pullback to make it all the way to this point right here. So we're like halfway there. So we got a little bit more room to go. Next, we got Euro AUD, which was our last profits for last week. Simple trade, but this has to be, I have to wait for a daily candlestick. So daily time frame, I have to wait for a daily body candlestick closure under. I have to wait for a quick retest. So then we take the sell to the downside. You can tell we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's a very well respected level of support and resistance. We gotta wait for a body close under, a retest, and then a sell. So this trade makes sense. And this is where we would be looking for our entries on the 4-hour time frame, 1-hour time frame, etc. And then last but not least, Euro JPY, which is looking decent, but not even going to spend time on this. We'll just focus on the other pairs that matter. So with that being said, probably information overload. But if you guys have been tuning into this series for the past 8 weeks, you would know we do this every single week. Every single week. So as of right now, it is currently 11 o'clock at night. We'll probably, take a quick nap, and then we're going to wake up for London so we can catch some quick trades in London. If not, see you guys in New York session. All right, what's up, guys? So it is currently Monday morning. It's 10 in the morning, so I woke up probably like an hour ago. I obviously woke up a little bit late because I was up all night during London session, and it sucks. There's probably one thing that I hate, and that's wasting time, and especially sleep, because I got a little bit of sleep, so I stayed up all London trying to catch a trade, and then I come here in the morning, and it's pretty much pulling back now during New York instead of during London. So stayed up during London for no reason. But let me show you guys right now where we are. This is currently the account. We're still at the same exact starting balance. So let me show you guys what I was expecting last night. So last night on AUD CAD, we were expecting for price to pull back, come into our alarm, hit it, to then head to the downside. So we enter the trade. Pretty much price from where it was at after it dropped, it just kept dipping down. But I do believe that this is going to have the pullback now during New York session. And I do think later tonight during London, it can have the push to the downside. I'm very, very confident in this trade. Like I mentioned earlier this week, I said that we were going to fill the weekly candlestick. That's what we're currently doing right now, currently filling it. But in order for me to enter this trade, I have to enter at the lower high. So I got to wait for it to pull back. Next, we got USD CAD. So USD CAD, we've been waiting for it to either make it to our area of interest or have the break and retest under this little zone right here. And that's basically what we're doing right now.
and we're having a nice rejection candlestick. So I'm going to see if this candlestick closes how I want it to in the next 7 minutes. You guys can see there's 7 minutes and 32 seconds left in this candlestick, because if this candlestick closes under that zone, then it'll be a clear indication. But if it closes above, then it can just reject how it's done here in the past. So we're going to be waiting for this to enter this trade, but it's looking pretty solid, can't even lie. Next we have AUD JPY. So we're kind of getting this rejection not from where we want it though. We want this rejection a little bit lower. We want this to be at 9,500, not 95,200, where it's currently having the rejection from. So this one we're just sitting on our hands as well. Euro AUD, we're having the beautiful rejection how we expected earlier this week, but I can't take this trade because I'm waiting for the body to close under, and then we're going to wait for the lower high, so then we can enter the trade on this pair, which is looking very, very solid. This probably is going to turn into like my top one pair, depends if the daily closes how I want it to. Next we have Euro JPY, but that'll be something for next week. So, oh, and we missed NZD JPY. So NZD JPY, we were waiting for price to pull back all the way to here to take the trade. We never pulled back, so never took the trade. Retested really fast off of this first structure point, and now we're just gonna keep watching it. We can't enter a train that's already gone. We gotta wait for it to stop. Once it stops, then we enter again, so we keep going with the trend. So I will update you guys in the next hour or two, see whatever the market does, and I'll keep you guys posted.
All right, so trade up there right now. It is currently 10:30 at night, Monday night, and our alarm just hit on USD CAD because we missed it earlier this morning with what I was expecting. Just to show you guys right now on the account, we're pretty much exactly in the same spot. Haven't taken any trades. So let me show you guys what I'm predicting to do London tonight. I'm gonna purposely stay up all during London. We're gonna go hit the gym right now at 2 in the morning. So I'm gonna take a quick nap, and then I'm gonna wake up right before London session, trade, and then go hit the gym so I can stay up and manage the trade. So let me show you guys. So this is currently right now USD CAD. So as you guys can tell, earlier this morning, I was anticipating a break of the zone in order to take it. Earlier this morning, we were expecting for price to have the rejection from here, and then we were gonna enter at the retest of that zone. We had a perfect retest. We had a perfect rejection from the EMA. Didn't take the trade because, once again, if you look down here, this is not our session at the time that we take the trade. So we literally let it just have a quick push, and now it's having the pullback into the area of interest as I'm anticipating. It's almost following this line that I drew right here. If you notice, I'm just moving it to the left. It had the push perfectly. Now it's having the retest how I'm anticipating it. So I'm going to wait for my entry signal at this area. AUD CAD never came back to retest our zone. So I had the dip throughout all of New York session. I do believe we can still pull back, and if we do come back into around this area here, I will be interested in taking sells to the downside. So this trade, we missed it, never pulled back, was never able to take it. NZD JPY, same thing, never pulled back all the way, was never able to take it. AUD JPY didn't make it to the area that I wanted to, so I didn't take it. And then last but not least, Euro AUD. So Euro AUD, if you guys look at the daily time frame, it's had the body daily candlestick closure exactly as I've been anticipating. We body closed under, so now I'm going to wait for this quick little wick retest to retest the zone, notify us that it's retest the very strong level of support, resistance, and then resistance zone. So this is where on the 4 hour it's going to be creating a perfect lower high in order to take this trade to the downside. So this is pretty much what we're anticipating right now, and those are going to be the top two pairs for me as of right now. It's going to be Euro AUD to pull back to then sell, and then it's going to be USD CAD for entry signals right at this area, basically where we are right now. So once again, update, it is currently 10:31 Monday night, and then the account currently has no active trades. So we'll check back in during London. All right, so trade update. Let me show you guys what's the deal. All right, so right now, currently 12 o'clock at night, so it's midnight right now. We're currently waiting for Euro AUD to pull back to the area of interest, so it's actually on the way there from the last time that we saw it. So it's pretty much on the way to pull back. USD CAD is at the area of interest that we wanted to. Now we're getting the rejection that we need in order to enter this trade. So we'll probably get this entry signal right around like 2:30, 3 in the morning, how we get it usually every single night. So you see we have a 30-minute rejection from the area of interest. So now we're gonna wait for the bearish engulfing. So as of right now, midnight. Yo, my neighbors hate me, bro, but I forget. actually, I can't do like a pull in first gear. I gotta do it in second gear with traction control on, and it will still spin. But I'm gonna do it just for the pop, so you guys can hear the pop. So look, first gear, second. I like that. All right, just to show you guys, commitment is real. I'm telling you, we're gonna pass this challenge. I'm doing everything. 1 in the morning right now. We're at the gym because I'm not gonna lie, lately I've been falling asleep and I barely wake up for London, so I'm not making excuses this week. So it's 1 in the morning right now. Look at the trade, you guys can see how it is literally rejecting our area of interest exactly how we want it to right now. So we're gonna be waiting for this next candlestick to close in the next 8 minutes to see if it's the entry signal that we need in order to take the trade. But bro, commitment to his finest, 1 in the morning, getting a pump, trader lifestyle, because we can. Not that big right now, but it's not to forget. Empty pockets. Empty, right? So this weighs probably like 2 extra pounds. 186. This is the lightest I've been in I think a year. I used to weigh 200. Now I'm gonna lean probably down to like 180 and go back up to 200. Traction on. All right, so it'd be like the nights like tonight that are brutal, that they get to me and it's just like annoying. And this is where a lot of traders, they fail because they feel like they're entitled to getting profits in the markets. They'll be watching a currency pair or whatever market all night, all day, waiting for it to come to a certain area of interest. And just because they waited all that time, at least looking at the chart wise, they think that just because one's price gets it, they have to take a trade. And that is not the case. Traders think they're entitled to it. They think the market owes them something for the work that they put in. I am tired. I think I've slept 2 hours. And all of that was for no reason. I didn't take the trades. The trades never gave me the entry signal. And that's it. It is what it is. This is where a lot of traders fail because they're not willing to put the ego to the side and be like, you know what? Even though I didn't sleep all night, even though I waited a day and a half for this, even though it gave me everything but my entry signal, I'm not going to take the trade. It's not worth it. This is what's going to separate you from being an unsuccessful trader to a successful trader. So look, let me show you guys. This is my Instagram last night. So you guys can see this is my Instagram. This is literally 6 in the morning when we were posting these trades. I literally said, no entry signal, no trade. This one, we're back at our area of interest. And now we're going to be waiting for a shift of structure to enter this trade right now. At least there was other traders that caught other trades at 6 in the morning as well. So you guys can see that this is where the work comes in, the dedication, the consistency, and doing this time and time again. Even if you miss the trade, doesn't mean you're not gonna stay up now tonight in London session because you think you're gonna miss the trade again or the market's not gonna give you the opportunity to enter the trade. This is what's gonna separate you from being successful to unsuccessful. Just because you got one night that it was for no reason, are you just gonna let that get to you and not you do it again? You let that decide. For me, I'm gonna do it again and again and again and again, because that's what's going to separate you from being successful to not. So let me show you guys what the market is doing right now. Currently, as of right now, the account, still no trade. So this is how the market is currently right now. Still haven't taken any trades. So let me show you guys what I'm doing on the market right now. So let me show you guys. So as you guys can tell, this is USD CAD. So we've been waiting for price to pretty much pull back into this area of interest here. You notice no rejection, no bearish engulfing. If you're looking to enter a trade, we need a bearish engulfing, bearish engulfing, bearish engulfing. We never had one right here, so we simply never took the trade. Euro AUD, on the other hand, is literally, I'm gonna take this trade right now. I'm gonna literally take this trade right now. I'm gonna wait for, oh man, I don't even know I should wait. Yeah, you know what, I gotta wait. I'm gonna wait these 12 minutes for this candlestick to close. Nah, bro, I don't even think I can wait. Yeah, you know what, let's wait. We're gonna wait these 2 minutes. All right, so we're gonna wait these 2 minutes right here. Oh, dang, you saw how shit even glitch. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I know, say no more about it. Some fire shit's about to go down. So, Euro AUD, we're gonna wait for this candlestick to close in 2 minutes, and that's where we're gonna pretty much enter the trade. If not, we'll wait for the quick pullback. Next, you know, we're gonna kind of just set that up right now. Have a 35 pip stop. As
stop loss will be pretty big. Nice. Next we have AUD CAD, which is on the way back to the area of interest. So we're pretty much headed back to where we wanted to earlier this week. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're gonna wait for this to still break and retest under, and then we're gonna wait to enter this pretty much very shortly. So I'll keep you guys updated on the trade, but make sure you guys don't forget that. Don't feel like you're entitled to the market just because you put in some time into it. The market does not care. You have to keep doing it again and again and again until you start seeing results. All right, so I think it's like 10 minutes later, 15 minutes later. You guys are seeing how we're taking this trade together. So let me show you guys. So we're obviously in the trade right now. This is currently how we're sitting on the account. So we took up probably the biggest loss I've ever taken. And you guys can see how I explained how I was gonna wait for this candlestick to close because I needed that quick retest of price to come back. If you guys go down to the lower time frame, it's exactly what I explained. The break, the retest, we entered perfectly at that retest because I was literally just sitting here in front of the computer just like this, just looking at it. If I've been up all night, I'm not about to just not sit here for 5 minutes and look at it real quick. So I could have slept all night, didn't have to do all that. I just woke up right now at 9 in the morning, just got in here and kicked it. But we're in the trade, you know what I'm saying? Currently up 11K. I mean, never mind, 9K. What do you expect? It's a 181 lot trade. This is a 30% risk of the account. And we're gonna hit a little set and forget for now. I might add a position very soon. We're just gonna wait for that. So in order for us to add the position, we're gonna wait for this. We're gonna wait for this candlestick to like close under strongly. So we're gonna wait for this 1 hour to close under as strong as it can in the next 23 minutes. And then after these 23 minutes, I'm gonna see if the next hourly candlestick is gonna give us a pullback into that level to then take the trade to then the downside. So I will update you guys throughout the day. All right, so it is currently 12 o'clock in order to take this trade right now. Looking very, very solid. I'm gonna be waiting for this trade to play out. It looks decent, very confident in it. Let me show you guys how it is currently looking. So this is how the account is currently looking right now. So we're in the trade right now at 12 o'clock. So exactly what I explained, which was the pullback to the area of interest after this 1 hour body close. We're gonna enter at the retest of the pullback. So we didn't enter perfectly up here again, but we entered pretty much at the closure of that body, which is where we currently are right now. And yeah, we're just gonna hit a little set and forget on this trade. Let it keep going. All right, so market update. This is how we're currently looking on the account. We're down about 19,000. So trade is pulling back. Waking up all night, waking up early was pointless. But I'm gonna still keep holding at least the bigger position. Might close the smaller position in a loss. So let me show you guys. This is currently how we're looking on the account. We're down about $18,000. So this is the position right now. We're having a pullback to the area of interest, retesting under the zone as of right now. And then we are having a rejection on the lower time frames here a little bit. I don't like how the daily time frame is right now. The daily time frame manages, well actually never mind, I like it now. As long as the daily time frame does not body close above that line right there, I think it's good. But we have about 36 minutes in order to be able to tell. And we have no other option than just waiting. If this 4 hour candlestick can body close under that line as well, that would be extremely solid. And I'll continue to hold this smaller position. I think the bigger position is definitely safe for downside potential. I just think the smaller position is risk of hitting stop loss. So for now, we're gonna keep holding the position and just set and forget. So market update, it is currently 8:13 at night. So pretty much almost stop loss hit. My theory of price pretty much rejecting the area of how I am expecting it is happening. The smaller position was this close to hitting stop loss, and now we are currently up. So let me show you guys how it's looking. All right, so trade update, not as I wanted to do the trade update. So we hit stop loss on the first trade. We almost hit stop loss right now on the second trade. So let me show you guys. This is how we currently are on the account right now. So we lost the first trade, which is about 20K. Now we're in the second loss right now that we're pretty much about to hit stop loss. I was so confident on this trade. Luckily I didn't add any more positions. I was already, pretty high leverage. So let me show you guys right now where we are. So currently right now, this is how we're looking on the account. We pretty much almost hit stop loss on the second trade. Actually on the first trade, we hit stop loss on this trade right here. So this trade hit stop loss right there. We looked very solid. Beautiful 1 hour bearish engulfing, beautiful 2 hour rejection candlestick. I didn't like how that candlestick rejected, but had to keep set and forgetting. I still like how this trade looks. I just need to wait for it to pretty much just
go down, or if it goes up, I'm completely wrong. There's absolutely nothing that I can do on this trade. Currently right now, USD CAD, it is looking decent. We have a level of support. We're retesting it. I will not be interested in any shorts anytime soon. I need to wait for this trade in order to take it. I would need for it to have a rejection like this, and then for it to have a pullback in order for me to take it. So USD CAD, not interested for now. AUD CAD never came back and retested the area how I wanted to. It just pretty much continued to dip. So I missed the entry here, missed the entry here, and the entry there. And then pretty much NZD JPY, I do believe it's either going to reject this area that we are right now, or we're going to reject this area down here. So we're going to wait for it to pull back to either or. And that is pretty much it. Other than that, we have AUD JPY, which is coming in to dip to this area of interest to retest the round psychological level 95,000. I'm not really super interested in it right now. I'm just waiting for it to reject this level, potentially give us some entries, but this trade right here is just annoying me. Like, it's, you wanna know what annoys me? That I stayed up all night for it for no reason. When I took it in the morning, it was in good profit, came back into drawdown, went back into profit, then almost stopped me out, back into profit, and now almost stop loss again. So I pretty much wasted all last night sleep for no reason, and I might have to even do it today again. So I'll keep you guys updated in the loop, and so don't forget, currently right now it is midnight on Wednesday. Well, technically Wednesday morning, but it's midnight Tuesday, so Wednesday morning. So we'll update either later during London or tomorrow in the morning. So trade update, I don't even think it's been 5 minutes. Stop loss got officially hit, so we're currently right now at a quarter milli, so we're at $254,000. So pretty much the loss that we had was about a $55,000 loss. I was risking around 55K to make roughly 150, 175. So obviously a positive risk to reward. Brutal. I don't mind staying up 2-3 nights if I'm obviously gonna hit take profit. I'm sure nobody else would mind. Like, anybody would do that. It's pretty much a no-brainer. But I don't want to revenge trade. I don't want to get any type of emotional, because I'm an unemotional type of trader. I have a very cold approach. I'm very logical. I just stick to the strategy. So I'm gonna stay out. I'm gonna rest tonight, catch some sleep. Tomorrow in the morning, I might just miss New York session as well. Even if this week we don't end up in profit, it is what it is. I'm gonna make sure I don't blow this account. We're not gonna come this far just to come this far. So we're gonna keep going, but I can't blow it. I'm gonna make sure I stay within my strategy and the risk management rules. So I'll update you guys tomorrow in the morning. Set and forget. All right, what is up, guys? Good morning. So it is currently 11:30 in the morning. So this is pretty much the next morning from last night. So pretty much rested. I woke up like 2 hours ago. I just been looking at the market, and this is the classic example of getting wicked out in the market. And this shows you guys that there's nothing that you can do about it. You just literally have to stick to your plan, set and forget, and just have a clear mindset. I'm going to explain to you guys how, if I would have had a clear mindset, I would have caught in this trade right here. So let me show you guys. So this trade right here is what we just got wicked out last night. You guys can see how it wicked us out perfectly. And after wicking us out, it then went straight into our take profit zone. This was right at the area where we got stopped out last night, right around midnight. Pretty much had the continuation up for the rest of London, and New York session has pushed it down. Pretty much the highest point we would have been in profit if obviously we would have not gotten stopped out. But it is what it is. If I would have had a clear mindset, I would have probably entered this trade somewhere around up here, or even in the push of this trade. But since I had the clouded mindset because of these losses, I completely missed it. So the trade was wicked out, but still kept going to the upside. Next, we have NZD JPY. So we had the retest of this area to go long, but really not paying attention to it. USD CAD, not having the rejection that I wanted to. And then AUD CAD just, pretty much kept going to the downside. So everything is pretty much just doing its thing. The only one that interests me right now is AUD JPY, which is looking very, very solid, because we're having the rejection from 95,000, the area of interest, pretty much everything that I would need in order to take this trade.
But I'm not 100% right now because just my mindset is not there in order to be able to trade for this week. I'm just like mentally drained. But if I were to take this trade, which it does look pretty decent now that I'm looking at it a little bit more into detail, I would be waiting for something like this in order to actually take it. A pullback here in order for me to take this trade to the upside. So I'll keep you guys updated. I'm going to keep my eye on it.
But I want you guys to understand how me not having the right mindset has completely messed up this trade for me. Like, because I was 2 days without sleeping. I was a whole day just watching a trade go up in profit, back to break even, back to profit and a loss. All of that was just messing my mindset. It wasn't giving me clarity with what the trade was doing and where I was with the challenge. And that got me mentally drained. So when I finally took the loss, I was like, bro, you know what? I'm done. 2 days of no sleep, watching price fluctuation. I'm just done. You know, mentally I'm drained, got some sleep. And if I would have not been mentally drained, if I would have had my A game with my mindset good, I would have probably caught in this trade right here. And then, you know, we would have made back the losses and probably plus more. So this is a perfect example that I want to show you guys that once your mindset is out and once your mindset is not clear, it's done. Literally, you can consider the account blown. You can consider your challenge failed. If you don't have the right mindset, it's a wrap. It's just simply not going to happen. So this is a perfect example of how it happened to me right now. And it's another lesson that I've learned in this journey of turning these $100 into a mil. Like it's been a never ending journey and I am still mentally drained because those first 2 days are brutal. And not going to lie, I haven't slept a lot in the last 9 weeks since I've been doing this challenge. So just wanted to bring awareness to that, and it's a little reflection on the reality of this situation. But I'm going to see if I can get some more rest, disconnect a little bit, and I'll come back later in the afternoon or maybe even tomorrow to see if there's some good trade opportunities. But for now, set and forget. Just to show you guys everything matches up, this is the current account balance of the account. You guys can see how the P&L here goes up. We've currently had that dip. So obviously today we lost about 70% of the account. It was a $55,000 trade. We're about 33 trades into this account. So we still obviously have a profitable month and obviously have a profitable year, but we're just gonna keep going and try to scale this account, try to bring it back to where we were and obviously scale it from that point. But this is currently where we are in the P&L chart. All right, so trade update, well, technically just market update. I've come to the conclusion that I am done trading for the week. Sucks because we kind of lose the winning streak that we've been this whole entire time, and it kind of, you know, messes up the goal of when I was supposed to complete the challenge. But I just realized that I need to have clarity in order to complete this challenge, and I don't need to take these trades this week in order to come back and make back those profits. I'm just gonna accept the loss for the week and move on. So let me show you guys. It's currently where we're gonna stay off for the week. So at $254,000, I'm gonna still be predicting the market just so I stay in sync with the market. I will never not look at the market, but I just won't trade, right? And even me looking at the market and still having that self-control of potentially predicting a trade and not taking it, that right there is the psychological experience that you get over time and that I've gotten that makes me more confident coming back next week. But since I broke the rules, since I was very emotional and I was like just not focused in the trade, I was just more focused on the money. I need to now hold myself accountable for the mistakes that I did, and that is by not trading this week. And you know what, sucks, can't keep trading because, you know, I can't keep the winning streak going, but I know this is gonna play out positive in the long run. So let me show you guys. This is currently the account right now. I mean the trade right now. So it's the same exact Euro AUD trade. So obviously we've been clearly consolidating at the zone for quite some time. We've had a beautiful daily doji rejection candlestick under the zone right here. Very clear daily doji. And obviously the next day is pretty much destined to fill all that. I do believe this time frame is going to keep going to the downside. I can see extremely clear indications of this heading down. I can see price having here and then pulling back to the upside and then heading to the downside. I can also even see this right here having a break of this area and then retesting it as well. So we can also even see a break and retest here to continue the sells. So that's what I'm predicting for this week. NZDJPY, we're having the reaction from the area, but wasn't interested in it because we can either react from here or react from this zone. USD CAD, we're having the dip as I anticipated earlier as well. If I were to take a trade, I'd pretty much just wait for the retest of this area to then go to the downside. And then AUD CAD, pretty much the trade didn't come retested and we've just completely melted. So missed entry 1, missed entry 2, 3, and 4 never present itself. And last but not least, AUDJPY, which we were looking for buys once this price had this higher high. I was expecting for price to have a higher low pullback for me to enter the trade. We never had the higher low how I wanted it to, so I simply did not take the trade. And even though we are still looking very solid and rejecting this round psychological level, 95,000, I still do believe this can head to the upside, but I won't be interested unless it does something like this. So these are all very real predictions. They're all stuff that I would still normally take, but I just, can't take them because I want to stick to the plan. Don't want to blow this account because it pretty much just throws almost 2.5 months out the window. So we're going to set and forget. We'll check back in tomorrow to see how these market predictions are going. What is up, guys? Good morning. So it is currently 10:30 in the morning. So I've been up for about an hour doing some Q&As on the Instagram with the traders. And yeah, I'm not trading for the rest of the week. It is 100% confirmed. I'm just going to keep doing the trade updates because I want to obviously stay in sync with the market. Like, I don't want to not be in sync with the market. And this is where self-control is at. I can be actively watching the market every single day to just be in sync with it, but not take a trade. That's because I have self-control. So let me show you guys the trades that we were predicting last night, how some of them played out now, and how we're going to continue going with the market and see where the market closed off on Friday, so it can give us a good probability trade setups for next week, so we can turn this 254,000 hopefully back up to 300,000-400,000 and complete this challenge. All right, so here we have Euro AUD. So obviously the trend is taking this trade to the downside. This is why you want to keep trading with the trend. Just obviously we've had some market being very, very, very choppy in this zone. We had a huge wicks to the upside, huge wicks to the downside, back up to down before actually having to move. That's why a safe trade is pretty much once we break and retest under this. But nonetheless, this shows you that the trend, once it's in your favor, you just have to figure out where to get in. Obviously, we're used to clean retest like this and then a quick sell, clean retest like this and a quick sell, clean retest like this and a quick buy. This has just decided to have more than one retest, and that's basically what we've gotten worked out. But it is what it is. It's part of the process. Next is NZD-JPY. We've had a reaction from this zone, which I realistically didn't expect it. I really expected more of a reaction from this zone right here. Next, we have USD-CAD, which is having the push from the area, and then now it's having the retest from the area, which is looking solid. If I were to be taking this trade, this should be of my interest now, but it will not be as much of an interest as it would be for AUD-JPY. So AUD-JPY, last night we called it. Pretty much we're anticipating the break out of this area and the retest. We had the retest under the zone. We would have to have had the retest above the zone to then go long. But I believe this is going to be a trade that's going to be of my interest for next week. I feel like for right now, it's not going to be that much of my interest. So we're just going to keep it going how it is right now. We're just going to keep watching it. But if I were to take the trade, I'd wait for a retest here to then go long, because it's where the most logical trade setup would be. So as of right now, this is how we're sitting on the account. We're sitting at 254,000. So not amazing, but we still have plenty of time to complete this challenge. All right, so market update. It is currently Friday, and you want to know what's crazy? The week that I decide that I'm going to cut my trading week early is where the markets play out towards the ending of the week. It's one of those weeks, and I miss all of these trading opportunities. And you know what? I don't feel terrible. I feel great because I have self-control. I've literally held back from getting involved with the market, so I know next week is going to be a phenomenal week. So once again, let me show you guys. So before anything, let me show you guys. It is currently Friday, 12 o'clock in the afternoon. We're gonna go hit the gym right now. You guys are gonna come with us. And then the account right now is currently still exactly the same, 254,000. But let me show you the trade. So let's start off with NZD-JPY. So we already know all three time frames are bullish, so the probability of it going up is extremely high. We gotta hide the camera up here because we got the haters. So yeah, if you guys wanna hide your camera, just get a $5 bill and just go like that. But anyways, yeah, so we got all the time frames in sync. Everything's going up. We're just going to continue buying with the trend. Strategy is break and retest. It's that simple. It doesn't have to be more complicated than that. Next, we have Euro AUD, which it literally wicked us out 2 times. Hit take profit 1, did what I predicted again. We broke the area. You see it here breaking it. You see it retesting it right there perfectly as I explained. And we had a huge move. This trade ended up moving this whole entire week a total of 200 pips. So if I would have had a crazy risk to reward ratio, we would have made loads of profits here. But obviously missed out on the trade because I decided to not take it. We have USD CAD, which had the break and retest exactly how I anticipated. And if I get this line right here, and I put it up to the point. This point almost hit exactly where I drew up my line. Obviously now I guess towards the ending of Friday we're having some huge news. This is why we stayed out of the market. And then last but not least, AUDJPY. So we were predicting this at this zone right here where we're anticipating a break and retest to take the trade to the buy. We had a beautiful break, never had the retest, so we never had our entry signal on this trade. So we had the break, but we never came back for us to be able to enter the trade, so we simply missed it out. But once again, we understand market direction, so the probability of entering these type of trades again and again and again are extremely probable. So it is what it is. This is the first week in the last 8-9 weeks I think we're in that we've lost. The account is negative for the for the challenge. It was a decision of mine to stop trading because I want to have full clarity. And you know what? I'm very happy I did it. And it's part of the process. I know it's going to make me have a better mindset and have more logical decision making coming next week when it comes to trading. And we're going to go hit the gym now. You guys are going to come with me. And then we have a quick market recap after that. And let's get hyped for next week. So let's go.
Good, how are you?
I'd be better if you're not trying to scam me on another deal on a jet.
Shut the fuck up. There's literally nobody that's gonna get you better deals than me, and I'd love to watch anyone try.
No, bro, you're doing the same shit you do every single time, bro. I don't understand. I thought we were friends.
Okay. I'm just gonna say okay.
Yeah, no, 38 is, because the thing is that I'm literally just gonna go pick up some papers and come back. You got me? And I just don't want to fucking go on a regular flight, bro. Fuck that.
I mean, to be completely honest with you, you're not gonna get a better deal for 6 hours flight time, and you're staying a night.
Like, obviously, I don't have to do the whole jet thing. I'm just being like extra as fuck, and I wanted to have a reason to talk to you. Honestly, I'm just being honest.
I get so fucking full of shit.
Okay, yeah, no, so yeah, you can let this one go. This one's, it's just out of budget for what I need. Like, bro, I can literally get the papers faxed, dude, but I just want to do it for the video.
Of course you want to do it for the clout.
It's not for the clout.
Of course it's for the clout.
Oh, by the way, look. Answer FaceTime. Well, yeah, we got all that.
Bro, I fucking hate you. Well, thank God I'm being a fucking real one right now. Thank God.
I mean, trust me, we can edit this shit however we want, so we're gonna make you seem bad.
No. I don't. No. Cut the crap.
Like a. Oh no, 2 Teslas. Get some gas. Tesla could never. You hear that? A Tesla could never. So we're super late to the actual box. We're supposed to be there at 12. It's 12:10. Casually late. How far are we? Probably like another 15-20 minutes. Shit.
Well, being a regular person would be 30.
Correct. Yo.
What up?
Look at this guy. Look at this guy in the Honda. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Drift car wouldn't even be able to like make it this far. Nah, we're on the way. We're probably like 10-15 minutes. No cap. So I want you guys to understand why I want to get a jet. I was just talking about it with Cess and I just realized. So they're selling the car for $530K and I don't want to pay $530. I want to pay $515. So I got him down to $515 and I am willing to put $20-25K into a jet to just go over there and come back to see it and check it out, because that's how much I value the time. So I won't pay $530 for the car, but I'll put 20K into a jet, and if you add those 20K to the 515, I'm technically paying $535 for the car. But the way how I see it, it's like, bro, I just saved so much time going in a jet to go see it and coming back, that time that I saved, I could be making more money or just be more productive in other stuff. So that's how much I value time. So I'm willing to pay less for the car, but I'm willing to overpay for a flight to go over there just to go see it, because I value the time that I have. So I just realized that right now. I'm like, bro, wait, even though I got him down to the price that I wanted him to, and I'm overpaying technically if I go in a jet, because a regular person did go in a regular flight just to go see it. but not us. We're traders. You feel me? We're, you know, trader lifestyle. So we value the time, so we're gonna go in and adjust. So I just realized that right now. Maybe I'm not wording it all the right way, but I hope you guys understand the message. Like, it's not about what I'm paying for the car anymore, right? Because now I'm overpaying for the car technically, but I just value the time. That's why I want the jet. So we're still figuring the whole jet thing out. You wanna know what I just realized? Who are they gonna give a ticket to? Look, come. Who are they gonna give a ticket to? Trader lifestyle, baby. So that is it for week 10. Lots of lessons learned this week. You guys saw the self-control that I had by simply staying away from the market. Even though that I missed other beautiful market opportunities, I simply decided to have self-control and stay away from the markets. This is the first week that we've had a losing week inside this challenge. So we've had a 9-week winning streak. For you guys that don't know, my longest winning streak has been 14 weeks. So we almost got there by a hair. If I would have kept trading, obviously I would have made back those losses and been up for the week. But I wanted to have self-control. I wanted to be real to myself and not trade when I'm not supposed to be trading. So if you guys want to know more about the Set and Forget strategy, if you guys want to know how hundreds of my students are making anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500 a week using my beginner Set and Forget strategy, watch the link in the description below because it explains exactly what is Set and Forget. Most of you guys might be confused and these videos might be too long for you guys to understand. So if you guys want to know more about the Set and Forget strategy and what it actually consists of, just click the link in the description below, and I make sure you guys tune in for next week where it's going to be week 11 where we're going to try and turn back this money that we lost plus more profit so we can complete this challenge. So appreciate you guys watching all the way to the end. See you guys in the next video.